Yo, 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 it's your boy Kenny D. Today is Monday and we are back with Pimp Game, the podcast where we highlight positive, intelligent, motivated people each and every single Monday. And we got a special show for you guys tonight. That's right, we are going to be talking about should DNA testing be mandatory at birth. It should be mandatory. There's a lot of dudes out here that's getting finessed. So that is the question of the day. And before we get started, also, we got a special guest. She goes by the name of Nora. That's right. She will be on the show. She's the owner and CEO of Gently On Magazine. This chick been doing her thing. She's been doing her thing in the industry. All right. She will be on the show at the bottom of the hour, 8:30. She will be talking to us about what she got going on. All right. And before we get started, let me say thank you for everybody who's tuning in. And also, I always like to give a shout out to my YouTube subscribers out there. Also, you want to go to YouTube, make sure you go to I Am Kenny D and subscribe to the channel. And also make sure you turn the notifications on. That's the way when we upload videos, you are the first to get it. All right. So we got a special show for you guys today. It is dope. And I want to talk about it. We are talking about, that's right, should DNA testing be mandatory? Man, this one is true to my heart because I believe there are some damn good women out there, right? There are some good women out there also, but with every good women out there, whichever way you want to take it, for all the good dudes out there, there's always going to be some bad apples, right? Same thing in the reversal. For all the good women out there, there are going to be some bad apples that's out there. And we do need to make it mandatory. I believe we should make it mandatory at birth. That way, you have a lot of guys out there who are not taking care of kids all the way to they 18, 20, 25, 30, whatever the case might be, just to find out that the kids or the kid is not his. And a lot of times, maybe the woman didn't know, but a lot of times she knows in the bottom of her heart, hey, that ain't your child. But yet she still got this dude holding the weight. He's pulling everything. He's paying all the bills, all of that, taking care of the child. And who knows, ladies, if you tell him, look, this ain't your child, but I love you or whatever, he might sign up for that. He might say, you know what, I love this kid and I know it's not mine, and I'll go ahead and take care of it, take care of you, make sure you guys are good. But I do think DNA testing should be mandatory for that reason alone. So let us know if you are tuning in right now to the Pimp Game podcast. Tell us, what do you think in the comments? Should DNA testing be mandatory? What's up? Should it be mandatory? Should we just wait or keep it the way it is right now? If you sign the birth certificate, you're legally the father. Now, I do say this. If they start doing that where the DNA testing is mandatory at birth, which you will see, a lot of the courts won't make money. They won't make money off of the child support, not like they're making money now. You know, because a lot of dudes out there who taking care of kids that might not be theirs, they are taking care of those kids. It is crazy. What do you think? Put it in the comment section. We'll talk about it. Or I can buzz you in. You want to talk about it with me? Yo, let's talk about it. All right? You are here live on the Pimp Game podcast. And we are talking about that. Should DNA testing be mandatory? What do you think? Let me know. All right? What do you think? So, I say this. DNA testing, I like it for a couple of reasons. And this is why I like it. I like it because it gets rid of the whole mystery. Is this my daughter? Is this my son? It gets rid of all of that. We ain't got to worry about that, right, fellas? We ain't got to worry, because one thing we do know, we know that we know it's the child of the mother. We already know that because it's coming out of her body or what have you. We know it's hers, right? All right? So Ernest Akins IV says you shouldn't be dropping lows in something that you are unsure of. Look, yo, I agree with that totally. I agree with it totally. They shouldn't be shooting up the club and shooting up this lady club or what have you. Yo, I just seen it today where NBA YoungBoy, 23, I believe he's 23 years old, working on he just had another child, his 9th kid. 9. Are you kidding me? I don't care if you're a billionaire. What are you doing with 9 kids at 23 years old? This is crazy. This is crazy. And I alluded to it last week when I was talking to Ernest Akins. I told him, I said, yo, we need the fathers in the household. And I think that's what's going on. We're missing the fathers. And even with the DNA testing, it being mandatory, we're still missing the fathers because some of these fathers, they may not know. So if they don't know that they're the father, hey, we got a lot of problems if you don't know, you the father of a child. All of a sudden, 18, 19 years old, now this little girl was looking for you, or they're looking for us. And be like, where's my daddy? I want him. All my other friends got daddies out there. They going to parent-teacher conferences. Where's my pops? Where's he? Where is he? What's up? What's going on? So, yo, if you are just joining us, we're live on the Pimp Game Podcast, and we are talking about should DNA testing be mandatory. Now, at the bottom of the hour, 8:30, we got a special guest. She goes by the name of Nora Barnes. That's right, she's the owner and CEO of Leon Magazine. She has been doing her thing in the entertainment industry. We will be picking her brain today. She is dope at what she does. We're going to have a dope show for you guys today. So, in reference to the DNA testing, I do believe that if they took it off the market, the child support system, they make money off of us men paying child support. They make a lot. It's a booming business that they're making a lot of money. It would take a lot of dudes off the streets from going to jail for child support. It would stop the mothers from duping this guy into thinking he's the dad, knowing damn well he ain't the father, right? Because some dudes out there who they might be craving for a family. Maybe they didn't have one growing up. So now they get this kid and they get attached to the kid and they want to take care of the kid. But in the back of your mind, you already know. You know it ain't your kid. You know. Sometimes you know. And sometimes you don't know. That's the truth. You may not know it's your kid. But here you are taking care of little man. Here you are taking care of little Gabrielle. And it's not your kid. And I don't know about you, but if I'm taking care of a kid all the way to the 18, 19, 5 years, I'm taking care of 5 years, I find out on his 6th birthday that kid ain't mine, I'm pissed. Because I'm spending money. I'm buying Christmas gifts. I'm buying birthday gifts. All of that. Because I'm thinking the kid is my kid. This is my blood. And to find out it's not mine, oh, I'm going to have an issue with that. I want my money back. I want my bread. Hey, call me cheap if you want to. I don't care. I want it. I want my money back. The $200 I spent during Christmas, the $500 I spent for birthdays, the trips that we took all the way to Alaska, Florida, all of that, Disney World. I want my bread back. If I find out the kid ain't mine, I need it. Because as a mother, it's your right to tell me, to let me know like, yo, this is not your child. Granted, a hot situation may fall out. Granted, I might turn my back, but I might stay. I might say, you know what? I knew. Forget it. Let's rock out. I love you. Whatever the case. There's some dudes out there who'll do it. I ain't mad at them. If you love that woman, you love that kid, go ahead. But at least the truth shall set you free, ladies. Tell that man that's not his child. Tell that man it's not his child. All right? You got to tell him that it's not his child. Because if you don't tell him, he may not know that it's not his child. He may not know. And I got to say this. About all my fellas out there, those good fathers out there, I want to applaud you guys. I really want to applaud you guys. Because there are some deadbeats out here, but there are some good fathers out there. There's some damn good fathers out there who doing their thing. Smile Me Fresh says facts. It is true. We got some good fathers out there taking care of their business, taking the little man to the doctor, taking him to go get his dentist appointment, get his teeth pulled out, all of that. And he's there every step of the way. But can you imagine a woman or a mother withholding this child from, withholding the child from their father, and the child isn't his, and here he is trying to get visitation rights, he's trying to get custody, just to find out 10 years later it's not his kid? Oh, I'm heated. What? And you knew? Nah, that ain't fair. Come out resources, you already eating your money. It's already bad enough that when you're dealing with a woman, her money is her money, and our money is her money, but her money is never our money. I don't understand that, right? It's already bad enough that it's like that. But so damn it, ladies, give us something. Give us the truth. Let us know. If the kid ain't ours, tell us. That's all we ask. DNA testing should definitely be mandatory. Should definitely be mandatory. Let me know what you think. What do you think? Think about it. You know? And I also say that there are some mothers out here who will let you know. They'll tell you, this ain't your child. So fellas, some of you out there, you bugging. You trying to take hold of a child and you know that child ain't yours. And she told you it ain't yours. She told you from day one, and here you are forcing it. Oh yeah, it is my kid. It is. You know? And it's not that. It's not always that. How you doing, man?
What's up, sir?
What's going on? What's going on? Tell everybody your name in just a second. And what's up? How do you feel about the topic? Do you feel like DNA testing should be mandatory at birth? What's up?
Hi, my name is Smile Me Fresh. Just to chime in on that conversation, I definitely believe it should be mandatory. I mean, I just feel like, what's the worst feeling to feel like, what if? You know what I'm saying? That big question mark, what if? You know what I mean? And I understand, like, for the men out there who really have a woman that's, 100% theirs and all that kind of stuff. But I just feel like nowadays, people are people. You know what I mean? Honestly, in true reality, there's no such thing as a Virgin Mary in today's society. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. You know what I mean? You can have the so-called perfect woman, but we all make mistakes. My thing is this, though, when that mistake may be happening, when there's an affair that's involved and the woman might not be sure, and you just put some responsibility on a man that's not even that's probably not even the chance of being the biological father. I feel like that's fucked up. Because I feel like at the end of the day, when that man finds that out, I feel like it does something to a person, because that's a human being too as well. I mean, yeah, there's that thing of moving on and stuff, but what if the man does not move on? What if he have issues where, because of those scenarios that may happen, and he might not even want to ever get married again? You know what I'm saying? Certain circumstances like that can be avoided if there's a definite mandatory test, as far as, checking to make sure to see who the baby father really is. You know what I'm saying? Because we live in a day and age that you can't be too sure about any damn thing nowadays.
True. Facts. So Smile Me Fresh, let me ask you this. Do you think the woman is not telling the man because maybe she grew up without a father? Maybe she didn't have a strong family household? Is that why she's not telling the man, and she wants her child to at least have that stable foundation? Because I understand, but it's wrong. Do you think that's the way, that's the reason why maybe the mothers out there might not be telling that dude out there who she been dealing with, who she called her husband, that, yo, this is not your kid? That's the reason why she's not telling him.
I mean, that could possibly be. but there's so many different dynamics to a woman of why they do what they do and whatever the reason may be. But still, that does not change the fact of the moral factor is that's not right. It's not right. You know what I'm saying? You already got a system that we have nowadays that the woman is always, you know what I'm saying, throwing a man for alimony, child support, and all that kind of stuff. I feel that the least that a woman could do if you know what I'm saying, situations like that happen that may occur, that should be encouraged to get a paternity test.
Now,
By all means.
I will say this though, in the woman's defense, because I like to play both sides or whatever, it's not her fault if that man just willy-nilly just signs his name on the birth certificate without him truly knowing. Like, don't sign your name on that birth certificate because you might not be the biological father, but legally you are the father. So you could still be held responsible for a kid that's not yours. So I do understand, like, yes, I'm gonna put it on some women. I'm gonna hold them accountable, but also too, I gotta hold us accountable too, because sometimes we're signing the birth certificate without knowing it.
Because that's I feel like the man's psychological standpoint is, which I can go with the man, is he really believes that, you know what I'm saying, this woman's been, righteous. Rightfully in his mind that the child is his. Rightfully, he has a loyal wife.
Right.
To his, you know what I'm saying, psychological standpoint. But the devastating thing about it is what so happens, you know what I'm saying, if that scenario is not what the man has expected to be when he made that vow. You know what I mean? Because, situations like that happen a lot. It happens a lot. You know what I mean? And I feel sorry for the men that are, yes, for me and myself, even with my kids, you know what I'm saying? I got a wife and everything.
Right.
I believe, and I told all my children's mom, it's not saying that I don't trust you, but it's for my, you know what I'm saying, sake. And it's for my child's benefit that I know for sure. So I believe I believe it's necessary. With me in my circumstance, I'm still getting the damn paternity test. Even if there has been no proof of fact of a woman cheating on me or whatnot, I just feel like for my peace of mind, I will do that. And if a woman can't respect that, then I'm still going to do it regardless, because that's just for my peace of mind and it's for my child's benefit.
I like
So
that. I like that.
that's how I.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your input and you chiming in on the topic. Keep tuning in, and thank you for supporting the Pimp Gang Podcast. All right.
Sure.
All right.
All right.
So, if you are just joining us, we are live here on the Pimp Game Podcast, and we are here talking about it. Should DNA testing be mandatory? I almost got myself caught up there. And then here at the bottom of the hour, here in a couple of minutes, we are going to have none other than Nora Barnes. She will be on the show. She's the owner and CEO of Leon Magazine. I love that name. She has been doing it in the entertainment industry for a decade now. We will be talking to her, picking her brain about what Leon Magazine got going on. We got you, all right? So let me just say this before we bring her on, because she'll be on here momentarily. When we have these DNA testings, I think the only way we could get it like an override, or people to really come together on it, man and woman, I think the men will have to protest. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know how many men is going to be out there protesting. That's going to have to be a real thing where all of the Asians come together, Chinese come together, the blacks come together, whites come together. We all just coming together. That's going to be, I don't know, everybody going to forget about racism there. Because when it comes to that, and these brothers paying child support out here for kids that ain't theirs, that's the only way I could see people come together on that, because the court system is eating off of that. I'm talking about major. They are eating off that, So We are here getting ready to bring Miss Nora Barnes on the show here momentarily. And I'll say this because if we are having the DNA testing that if we do have it at birth, it would just get rid of a lot of complications. All right. So now we'll get ready to bring on Miss Nora Barnes on the show. All right. How you doing? How you doing?
Oh God, what is that? Get that off of there. Hey, how are
How
you?
you? I like that. Looking fabulous as always. So let's get started. Just in a couple of seconds, tell us your name and what you do in a couple of seconds.
I am Nora Bonds. Okay, I'm the CEO of Genion Magazine. I'm also a talent manager slash publicist.
All right. So let's go back where it all started from you as a kid in the sandbox, in high school, college, whatever you want to call it. Let's go all the way back. Tell us what's up. How did you fall in love with, the entertainment industry? How did you fall in love with the entertainment industry?
It started with my daughter. Um, when she was about 6, she wanted to, she liked modeling. And so I would take her to modeling auditions and whatnot. And she really, really liked it. So we just got into it. And parents saw me traveling around with her, and watching the posts that I made. And we were just all over, up and down the East Coast. And they instead of me telling them what I was doing, my brother Mikos, he said, why are you giving them free advice? And so that's how the modeling manager came into play. I started to charge them to manage their kids. So that's back in 2013-14.
Okay. So you said, Miko told you, hey, why you not charging them? Because you was doing it for free. You was doing it pro bono. So
Yeah.
let me ask you this. When you started charging people, did you start getting some feedback like, oh, hold up, go girl, you charging us too much? Can you do it for this discount? Can you do it for that? How was it when you first started charging?
No, it was a flat rate, kind of a finder's fee. That I would charge just to for bookings, castings like that, just to send them out. So it was a small fee back then. It's not that now, but it was just a small fee just to do the footwork for
Okay.
the most part. And their grades had to be good. If you just was getting anything under a C or anything like that, I wouldn't send you on any castings. I'm like, look, we got to be on top of these grades. Parents, you got to help me. So that was really it. It was a small fee. I'm not gonna say what it was, but it was a small fee.
It's a small fee. Okay. So tell us now you're working with kids. You start out with them. How different was that, the transition from kids to adults now, people who they really trying to sing, or they really trying to be a model, they really trying to be a comedian? How was that for you, transitioning from the adults to the grown-ups now? Because the prices will be, obviously they will be different. How was that for you in the transition from going from kids to adults now, for people who really trying to do it in the industry?
It wasn't a big transition, I would say. I had two different, I have two different contracts. I have contracts for minors, and then I had contracts for adults, which the fees were different and the contracts are different. So, I mean, I just, they're two different lanes, and the talent has to be, I was in talent development back then. So if you weren't that good at it, I would kind of mold you and do that. I'm not into that so much now, But if you didn't have the talent and I saw something in you, I would then mold you into what I think that you could, what you could be. But
Okay, okay.
it really wasn't that hard. It wasn't.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a
Yo,
scout. I'm a scout.
you a scout. Okay, I like that. All right. Yo, if you are just joining us, we are live on the Pimp Game Podcast, and we are here with the one and only Nora Barnes. We are picking her brain about how she got into the recording, music industry, fashion industry, however you want to call it. She is doing it. We are here picking her brain. So, I went ahead and did my due diligence myself. I went back to an Old Faithful in the past on you, a client of yours, and I spoke with them. They gave me some news that I didn't know, so I'm going to go ahead and share it with you. You had a client. He was a comedian by the name of Chester. He said to me, yo, I worked with her. It was nothing that she did wrong. I just was not ready for what she was coming to the table with, just meaning you were a hustler. You was just doing it. He wasn't on that level yet to work with you. How does that make you feel when you hear artists say that? And you know, artists and managers sometimes they falter off, and it's usually blaming the manager. But in this case, he told me, yo, I wasn't ready for what she was bringing to the table at that time. How does that make you feel?
Okay. I mean, I that's big of Chester. That's really big of Chester to say that. That's really, really big of him to say that. I mean, I feel, that's good. That's really good of him to say that. Really, it takes he's taking accountability. That's what I'm all about these days, accountability. It's been some years, so that's really good to hear him say that. I did give him an opportunity, to, I do a comedy show, and he showed up, and he did the set. So I haven't spoken to him like kind of since then, but that's good to take accountability. Go Chester. All right.
Okay, all right. Shout out to Chester taking accountability for his own actions. All right.
It's all about men taking accountability these days. Okay, that's good.
I like that.
How did you know he was my client? Well, okay.
I do my research. My ears are to the streets. I know certain things. I may not talk to you every day, but my ears are to the streets. All right. So let me ask you this, because I've been wondering about it for a while now, right? You got a major family. You're one of 9 children, right? You got a brother named Otis that I know. He does workouts in his sleep. He's just a workaholic. He's in the gym all the time. You got your brother Miko, who's lovely on the keyboard. He's a musician. He could just do it with his eyes closed. Also, you got a sister out there in Atlanta. She's an actress, right? She's doing her thing. I had a huge crush on her in high school. Don't tell her, but I had a crush on her, right? Also, you got your brother Mario also, who's blind but doing his thing. I love it. He also looked better than me. I saw his pictures, working out and all of that. I'm just like, this dude is amazing. All right. Okay. So tell me, that's 5, including you. There's another 4 out there. What's up? Is somebody named Michael, Janet, Latoya, Tito? What's up? What's the other names of the people in your family that we might not have heard their names?
There is, I'm a twin. There's Norman.
Okay.
He's incarcerated right now. There is Marquise. He's a barber. He raps as well. There is Marquita. She's in Washington State right now. Who am I missing?
One more.
I think you said everybody. There's Marquise, me, Norman, Lethe, Otis, Marcelita. She's in California. She's a singer and she's also a stylist. She does social work in California. Yeah. Okay. I like that. All right.
I can't
believe I forgot Marcy. Yes, that's Marcy. Yeah, Marcy. Thank you, Margaret. Marcy. That's my.
I like that.
Margaret. Yeah, Marcy. Girl,
so let me ask you this, because I know you got a big family, things of that nature, with people doing, different things. Like I said, Otis is, into fitness, and
he also acts, and he does poetry. Yes.
Okay. See, I didn't even know that. You got your other sister out there in Atlanta. She's an actress. Mario, your other
Mm-hmm.
brother, Miko, who plays the keys. The other one out there, Washington State. All of that stuff. Do you come to them and say, "Look, I'm managing you. You ain't going nowhere else. I'm
Oh, it's a
managing you. We're
given.
gonna keep this in the family." Is that how that goes down, or
It's
does a
a given.
family member
I'm
come and
Chris
say, "Yo,
Jenner over here. I'm Chris Jenner. Listen, they already know. They all are signed to me.
okay,
Ask
okay,
Mario. They all know.
mm,
I manage. Look, I manage the. I'm the COO of our nonprofit.
I
Okay,
like that."
I manage them all. When it's time for photo shoots, look, this is what we doing. This is where y'all need to be. They all know this. Send it to me. Let me look it over. If somebody reach out to y'all, you need to send them my way. Listen. It's all me. I handle it.
Okay, okay.
They know that.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Since you're dope at what you do with the talent, the artist management, and things of that nature, do you have to deal with a different brother or sister differently? Do you approach it the same way when you're managing them? How do you go about managing them and getting the best out of them when they're doing different things, but they're still your family?
I do. I do. I mean, because everybody has their own person. I mean, I have 5 brothers, and obviously one is away, but the 4 that are out here, they all have different person. I have to approach each one differently. Some are aggressive, more aggressive than others, and it's different. It's different, and some of their ideas are up here, and then some are like over here. So I just have to approach it differently. Marquise, he has a wild imagination, so I have to approach him, differently. Um,
Okay.
so I do. And
Okay.
he wants, he has to, with him, he likes to do things outside of the book, and I just have to, sometimes, no, we got to go straight by the book, with him.
Okay.
But the others, they pretty much know, like, this is how we do things.
And how to do it. Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. All right. Yo, if you are just joining us, we are live here on the Pimp Game Podcast here with none other than Nora Barnes, and we are picking her brain about talent management, as well as she is the owner and CEO of Jen Leon Magazine, and she has given us the inside scoop about what she got going on. So let's go now to you owning or being the owner of Jen Leon Magazine. How did that all come about? How did you go about starting that? What got you to start, working on Jen Leon Magazine?
I was creative director for another publication for about 3 years. I didn't really feel appreciated, so I was a little bit stressed out. I have 3 daughters, so they saw that it was taking a toll on me. So they said, "Start your own magazine, mommy. You can do it. You're basically running this magazine." So I said, "Give me a name," and they said, "Combined our middle names, which is Jennifer, Lee, and Dion." So that's
I
how
like that.
Dion came about, and we're coming up on our 3-year anniversary, January the 1st.
I like that. Oh, I like that. I really like. I'm feeling that
A
hard.
little
I'm
Frenchy,
actually
ain't
feeling
it?
that.
A little
Yeah, I
Frenchy,
like that. I like that. Okay. So with Jen Leon Magazine, for those people out there that don't know about the magazine world, how do people in the magazine world produce their income or get their revenue when these days everything is social media based? How do people who own a magazine such as yourself, that how do you guys generate income in that world?
Well, you can generate income off of ad space, um, advertising, promotion. I guess you now social media posting, promos, and with my magazine, I started out. I offer billboards. So you can, if you want a billboard in Times Square or Atlanta or LA, we do have packages for that as well.
Mm,
So,
wow.
yeah.
All
Why
right.
you looking like that?
I like that. I like that. So I saw your list. The list was amazing. You work with Rick Ross. You work with Angie Stone, 112, Fat Trell, and many others you have worked with in terms of your editorial portfolio. Explain to the people, what is that whole editorial portfolio thing? What's up? What is that? Because I don't know what it is, but I know it looks dope. You're doing your thing with it. Obviously, you're working with the best of the best. How does that go down? What's up? What is the whole editorial portfolio? How does that work?
I conduct photo shoots for covers and features. What I do is I creative direct it, or I jump behind the camera. I put a team together. We do travel, or we would get them to, if they're able to travel to Washington, D.C., we would shoot them and we conduct a interview with them, and we feature them, we put them on a billboard if that's if we're able to, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
And then
What's the?
that's how they end up on my portfolio resume.
I like that. I like that. So, with you working with those big names and things of that nature, really making a name for yourself in the industry, is there anyone that you're looking forward to working with in the future? I know you got Angie Stone, latest cover coming out, but is there anybody else outside of that that you're also maybe looking forward to working with?
I can't say who I'm dropping in January, but I would say that my dream shoot is, I'm hoping like one day I'm able to shoot with Anita Baker.
Like that.
I really, really love her. I want to shoot with her. I probably will cry.
So what is it about Anita Baker that you love so much? Is it her voice? You've always loved her as a kid.
Everything.
What's up? Everything. Okay.
Everything. I listen to her every day. I think she's just so amazing, and she just has a story where she just got her master's back last year. She's been fighting all these years to get her master's back, and Chance the Rapper helped her get it back. And I just want to talk to her about her journey and get the, just getting it back. And she's finally able to make money and off of her own product.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. I like that. I
And
really like that.
she's coming to this area in the beginning of the year. So hey,
Mm,
I'm gonna run down.
okay.
I'm gonna try.
I like that. I like that. So, could you set it up where maybe you could have a one-on-one with Anita Baker through some connects that you have in the industry? Is that something you're working on?
I'm working on it. I am working on it. Look, whether
Okay.
it's Atlanta, she's gonna be in Atlanta on Valentine's Day. Look, I'm stalking her Twitter. I'm working on it. I'm trying. I'm praying on it.
Okay. All right. Yo, if you are just joining us, we are here with the infamous Nora Barnes, and we are here picking her brain about her talent management that she works on, as well as her owning Jillian Magazine. We are here picking her brain about the industry. All right. So, Nora, tell us, for that young girl out there, maybe that young dude out there who might want to start their own Jillian Magazine, what would you tell them if they wanted to get in that world? What is some pitfalls maybe that they should look out for if they want to get in the industry?
I would just say, don't burn bridges, make the connections, and just stay humble. Learn as much as you can from the right people. That's what I would tell them. Study, study, always learn. Be willing to learn, and just have an open mind.
Okay. I like that. So let me ask this. When you are evaluating talent, whether it's for a magazine, whether it's for you to manage somebody, what is your process in terms of like actually looking at this person and saying, yo, like they got greatness in them, or they not there yet, or what have you? How do you know when someone has that it factor about them?
I don't know. I just see it. I just feel it. I mean, I really can tell if somebody's just, for lack of a better word, trash. I don't want to call people trash, but I mean, I don't know. Um, I don't know. With models, I just look at features, your facial features, like mine, like my, like I'm all about the eyes and the, the lips and the cheekbones and, those
Okay.
features of Black people. I just love Black features. Talent wise, like speaking of Chester, I told him, I'm going to take my friend here, Marty, who's on here. I said, if you can't make me and my girlfriend laugh, I'm not going to manage you. So I'm going to set you up I'm going to set you up for a gig, and you're going to go up on stage. And if I don't laugh, I'm not going to manage you.
But
That's what I told him.
that is so cold. How do you say that to somebody like, yo, like, because y'all might not laugh
You
at
can't waste my time here. My time is money. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
time is
right.
money. And I'm an entrepreneur, and that's how I make my money. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I got 3 kids. So if you can make me and my girlfriend laugh, and we driving all the way to DC, sir, you better be funny. Because how I'm gonna manage you? You ain't gonna have me sitting up there and you getting booed and people looking at me, Nora. Who you manage this person? I mean, I giggled. I ain't gonna say he ain't funny. I giggled a little bit.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say that. The only thing I gave him that he did wrong was he was a little tipsy up there, but he was nervous, so I gave him a pass. But it's just, that's what I look for. If you're a comedian and you can make me laugh, then I'll manage you.
So if you are here listening to the Pimp Game podcast, make sure you want to do comedy. You got to make Nora laugh, and her homegirl Marty. You got to make her laugh too. If you ain't making them laugh, oh my goodness, you ain't got a shot. I'm just gonna tell you right now on the Pimp Game podcast. So no giggles. You got to make her laugh. All right. So
I need a bust a gut, okay? And see, in my family, I come from a singing family. So if you a singer, you can't just be wiggling your bottom lip and think you singing and think I'm gonna make it, because that ain't working.
Lip singing and all that.
You have to, I know talent when I see talent. My brothers, they taught themselves every instrument you can think of. So you just can't be just blowing on a saxophone and think that you doing something. You got to have some talent. So I know talent.
I like that. All right. So we talked about it on the show at the beginning. It's our topic. Should DNA testing be mandatory at birth, just to save some of these fathers out there who think they're fathers and they might not be fathers, right? What do you think? What's your thoughts? I know you're a woman. I know you wanna, you got the back of the women and all that stuff. You're all for the women. I get it, right? But tell us your opinion. What do you think? Should DNA testing be mandatory at birth?
I think so. But it's a lot of men out here that's taking care of children that aren't theirs. Like, I mean, me, myself, I asked my daughter's father, I asked myself, he said, girl, are you crazy? No. You want me knock your head off? He said, no. Oh, my goodness. But I mean, I think so, because I mean, it's men out here that are taking care of kids that's not even theirs, or women, passing kids off on men. And it's like, you really should know your father, and whether your father wants to be in their life or not. I mean, I guess they should know. Everybody wants to know where they originate from, Okay. I had a cousin who took care of a child for almost 10, 12 years, and child turned out not to be, his, and it's unfortunate. So
did he ask for his money back?
Huh?
Did he ask for his money back?
No, he didn't, because he genuinely loved the little girl.
He loved the little girl. Okay.
And he did it out of, he did it. That was love. So he was he hurt? Absolutely. But, I think so. I think he should.
Okay.
Whether or
So,
not people agree with me or not, I think so.
so for people who might be trying to get in contact with Nora Barnes, they want to be featured in Jimmy On magazine. They want you to manage them. Maybe they're a singer. Maybe they think they got some jokes for you and your homegirl Marty. What's up? How do they get in contact with Nora Barnes?
You can email me. You can follow me at Only Miss No, okay, on Instagram, or Jillian on Instagram, or you can email me at nora@jillian.com.
Okay. Oh, let me say this. Miss Marty Nice, just Marty Too Nice, just said, I know a guy who sued and they gave him half back. So, fellas, there is hope out there for us. You can at least get half back.
Keep
And, yo,
hope
I'm not complaining about that.
Yes.
So, you just told us how to reach you. What's up? How do, in terms of your fans out there who've been rocking with you, things of that nature, you got any final thoughts on what you would like to say to everybody before we sign off on Pimp Game?
I would shout out to all of y'all that's been supporting me from day one. I appreciate you all. Love you all. But I do have a podcast that's coming out. Sorry to give promo on your podcast, all right? But
Hey, I appreciate it. I like it.
dropping in January. Me and my brother Mario dropping one. It's you can follow us at No and Mo on Instagram.
I like that. No and Mo. I like that. Go make sure you go ahead and follow their podcast. So let me ask you this real quick about the podcast. What are you going to be talking about? Latest events? What are you going to be doing? Is it going to be people coming on showcasing their talent? What's up with No and Mo? What are y'all going to be doing?
It's going to be some news, music. We're gonna really focus on the independent artists, because we do have our family has a nonprofit that it's called House of Music and Education. And we want to focus on the underdogs, the independent artists, and trying to get, we want to sign a couple of independent artists and give them some chances out here. Yeah.
All right. So if you are an independent artist out there, you think you got what it takes, reach out to No and Mo. They got their podcast coming January 2023. Doing it big. I like it.
Right.
So,
that's right.
All right. We got you. So before we sign off, go ahead, tell everybody who you're chilling with.
Hey, it's your girl No, and I'm chilling with Kenny D on the Pip Game Podcast.
All right, so that concludes our show, and I'd like to thank you viewers out there for viewing the show, as well as our YouTube members out there. Thank you for liking, comment, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. And also make sure you turn the notification buttons on just in case we upload videos. You are the first to get it. And we like to thank Miss Nora Barnes for blessing us with her presence on the Pimp Game podcast. All right, see you next week on Pimp Game. You don't want to miss it. Holla.